Hey, what's up guys? It's your man I'm again back with a new video for Valheim, in which I want to talk a little bit about the Mistlands update, and in particular its difficulty, as this one became a lot less difficult in the past days, as we got a new patch nerfing a lot of things from mob behavior to their AI, and I think this was not a very good idea, and it seems like the majority of the community agrees, as everybody shares its frustrations right now about the Mistlands just simply being too easy, while it should be a challenge, as it's basically the end game biome. We're gonna do a comparison of what it used to be, what it is like right now, what's good and what's bad, let's say. Talk about, of course, all the epic stuff in the Mistlands as well, what makes it so great and what can make it even better. So we're gonna talk about solutions, how everybody will be happy in the Valheim community, as there are also people who are pretty satisfied with the current difficulty, as they care less about an unforgiving Mistlands. They just want to get their hands on a new mats to do some building. So a lot to discuss. Let's get right to it. Before we get started, I just want to thank every single one of you guys who recently joined the channel. All the positive feedback you guys left on my recent videos, it literally means the world to me. Thank you very much. I also decided to make this video with a face cam to share my emotions about the Mistlands, as I absolutely love and care about this game. It's probably, with the Mistlands update included, one of the best, if not the best, experiences I had in the past years playing video games. And that says a lot, as I played games for like 25 years and this one is top notch. But I just want to share my frustrations about nerfing an endgame biome, which has to be challenging in the first place, has to be unforgiving. Just go with me on a story, which I think happened to many people of the Valheim community. So, say you've been playing on a seat for a pretty long time, countless of hours spent on a majestic base. You have all the trophies in the game, you've got the best weapons and armor, let's say. Then you kinda stopped playing because you were waiting for some new content, and then all of a sudden, bam, Mistlands reveal, and you're like, wow, this is cool stuff. I think everybody was super excited to hop into the new Mistlands adventure, as it of course looked epic, but also as a new challenge, a new adventure ahead with so many unforgiving creatures. And some of us did get prepared. I didn't make content for the first days, as I actually spent 75 hours to get ready for the Mistlands, while others just cheated in items or went in unprepared, let's say, and they just got wrecked. Many unprepared people, they just started crying like, developers, please help us. The Mistlands is too difficult. So everything got nerfed, and I'm a little bit disappointed in that, as the Mistlands was just a fantastic experience. It was challenging, unforgiving, we died for countless of hours, but afterwards we got good. We were prepared and we knew how to deal with every single situation. As you figure out the attack patterns of mobs, you know exactly when to block and to parry, you understand the weaknesses of things, and you can even exploit their strengths to deal with other mobs. For example, use the Gulls acid bombs to take out Dvergir encampments. But the challenge was taken away from us. I mean, that's how I feel about it. All these nerfs make the Mistlands easy. Right now we've got barely any Gulls, we barely have the Soldier Seekers. The Gulls we have right now, they only shoot one acid bomb. It's not very difficult to deal with them anymore. You can also just stand right underneath them and they will just stop thinking. They're gonna be like... Anyways, once you know how to deal with Gulls and Seeker soldiers, they are pretty easy, while we also had the regular Seekers, which were my worst enemy. Even though they didn't have a lot of HP, they were super aggressive and they just kept flying after you, they kept using those leap attacks, so it was practically impossible to escape from them. They're called Seekers, not cockroaches. It's normal that you're gonna be destroyed in the Mistlands if you don't bring your brews, or if you don't have a lot of HP food, let's say. That is what Valheim was designed for. And now with all the new content, all the new items, the new ingredients which you can get your hands on, you can make such powerful weapons and armor that after a certain point it actually becomes very manageable, almost easy actually to deal with basically everything the Mistlands has to offer. So the difficulty was right, and we all know that with a new playthrough in Valheim, if you visit the Black Forest, you're gonna have to be scared for the big guys, as they are king in this territory. They are on the top of the food chain, and if you are not prepared, they will basically destroy you. Same counts for the swamp. You have the abominations, you have the raids in the dark. It's scary to be there in darkness. So we always sleep or try to sleep. And the poison damage of both oozes and leeches can be very unforgiving, including bone mass. Anyways, once you're ready with that, you are ready for the mountains. Or well, that's what you think. You will still get destroyed by wolves every now and then. The dragons can also be very annoying with their frost damage. But I think this is still a pretty difficult biome, as you have the cold, which you have to worry about. For the plains, we have the death mosquitoes. And yes, even though you are full gear, sometimes you forget to eat a little snack and you will basically get one shot out of nowhere, which is extremely frustrating, but it also reminds you about the fact that you always have to be aware about your surroundings. You have to be prepared. The plains used to be the end game, so it used to be very challenging, while right now in the Mistlands, it's actually very easy to hear if a Gjall is nearby. So you know you should be prepared if you decide to go towards that direction. If you're not, you're just going away from the War of the World sounds, the horns of death basically, because that's all you need to do. They were definitely a little bit annoying with raids, but that's what raids are supposed to be, right? Annoying. And right now, the tanks got removed, which are pretty easy to deal with. So right now we only have the Seekers in there, and they are no longer aggressive. So there you have it. My honest thoughts about the Mistlands update. What they did wrong about it. They shouldn't have changed the AI or the aggressiveness of mobs. And then we also have the nerf to the rugs. So many people complained about this, and I honestly couldn't agree more, as this has been a feature since day one, where you were able to place your first pelts on the floor, get some extra comfort with that. At a certain point, you are strong enough to deal with wolves and then even brave loxes. So you place all these rugs on the floor, and it made a lot of sense that the newer quality rugs basically provided extra comfort, while right now they don't. So all the trophies, all the achievements, let's say, from your adventures no longer matter or aren't valuable anymore. I think this doesn't make any sense. It feels like they're nerfing the comfort, so it's gonna be more tedious basically to constantly get back the comfort bonus. Whew, so there you have it. Everything is off my chest. Everything I wanted to talk about, which I think makes the Mistlands update less challenging right now. In my opinion, the main two problems with the Mistlands update were its difficult terrain as well as the visibility, as it used to be extremely difficult to escape from pretty much any threat, as you can barely see anything, and just 2 meters in front of you, all of a sudden there is a giant wall, super steep slopes, which are barely impossible to climb up to. So of course, with aggressive Seeker AI, it will be a true challenge to stay alive. But if only they made the visibility a little bit better. Say they increased the radius of the Wisp Light, as well as giving us more tools. Like, I honestly kept looking for an ingredient, so I was able to craft flares, let's say, to reveal larger parts of the biome, while it wasn't there. The Mist Light doesn't give us much light, the Mist Walker Blade barely does anything, so of course you're gonna start placing lights here and there, but still the visibility is a true problem, and in combination with the difficult generated terrain, I think these are the biggest problems about the Mistlands. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the generation of these mountains. They give us a very challenging arena to fight in. But I also want to provide the developers with some solutions. Things so they can cater everybody in the Valheim community. Make everybody happy, make the difficulty so that people can choose if they want a real challenge or just a casual adventure. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting if we can expect difficulty sliders towards the future. This can be a very simple setting. Easy, normal, and hard, which basically determines the amount of difficult mobs that spawn in a world, the amount of damage they deal, HP they have, etc. to a little bit more complicated settings, which I would absolutely love in my server settings. Say you can alter the amount of acid bombs a Gjall shoots. Say on easy it's only 1, on normal it's 2 like it used to be, but on hard it would be 3 acid bombs, so they become a true challenge. The hunter instead of the hunted. And then you could also increase the amount of ticks they spawn every time when they poop them on the floor, or let's say make them occur more often, or increase their aggro range. Make the Mistlands a true challenge. I would absolutely love that, to get my butt kicked 24/7 and just struggle to get some basic mats, slowly progress in the game. I mean, this would cater everybody in the Valheim community and add so much more replay value to it, as you can host casual servers for people who like to build, or maybe normal difficulty for the regular adventurist, while the truest of Vikings among us would be able to also host some kind of hardcore experience, which is going to be very unforgiving, where you have to struggle a long time before you can get your hands on some minor upgrades, let's say. Anyways, these are just some things that come to mind when I think about making Valheim a better place for everybody, make everybody happy. Of course, also the flares, I think they would be an awesome addition to the game, so we can get rid of the mist for a short amount of time, let's say. But if you also have suggestions, if you have ideas for the developers, leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear them, seriously. I think there is so much potential for Valheim, and I kind of got bored with other survival games, while the Mistlands update really gave me a true challenge. But that is it for today, guys. A big thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, and of course leave a like if you want to support the channel. Already very much appreciated, as I spent a lot of time working on my videos. If you want to stay in the loop with my future videos, by the way, don't hesitate to subscribe, as there is a lot more coming your way. And of course, if you want to connect with the community, join our Valheim server. Make sure to check out my Discord in the description as well. Right now though, it is 4 AM out. I want to wish you an awesome day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.